Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahumma salli wa sallim ala Sayyidina wa Maulana Muhammadin wa ala ali Sayyidina wa Maulana Muhammad. أفضل صلواتك بعدد معلوماتك وبارك وسلم وصل عليه. Ayah number 63. The base of Deen is three beliefs. Belief in Allah and His oneness. Belief in prophethood of all the prophets and finality of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And belief in life after death. Life after death is called Qiyamat, resurrection, or Yawmuddin, the day of recompense, or Al-Akhirah, the other world, or the world hereafter. And as it will happen in a moment, and moment is called Sa'a. Got it? That's why in Arabic they call the what? Sa'a. In Pashto, in Afghanistan they call it Sa'at. Because it shows the moments. It does not show only the hours. It must say the moment. Even though Sa'a in Arabic is also called for hour, but you can call it for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 1 minute, 2 minutes. As we say to someone to wait for, we say, yo saath sabar ho. So it is minute or 1 minute or 2 minutes. Ek saath ke liye sabar kijiye. Got it? So now, in this regard, it has two parts. Number one, the end of this world. And number two, the coming of the next world. That is already that world exists, but that is traveling towards us. This world and the hereafter. That is just like day and night. Day goes, night comes. Night goes, day comes. Yeah, where is the day? Still that exists. But that is the process of this world. But the hereafter is not the process of this world. That will come after that. Or after it. Got it? And when Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was telling people that, so they were saying it means that hereafter is anchored somewhere. Like the ship is anchored or the aeroplane. Yes, that is anchored somewhere. Yes. So they used to ask the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam when the anchor will get released. When the anchor will get released and the hereafter will be untied to sail and to proceed towards us. Got it? Because they were not believing in that. Their question was not for academic purpose or for belief purpose. That was for the purpose of challenge. As you know, that's after lecture. There is one guy who is asking a question. Yes, for academic purpose. To understand or to have further elaboration. But there are people you can find from the wording that he is challenging. Why he does not have any right to challenge you. Got it? So if somebody asks for academic purpose, then we answer. If somebody asks for academic purpose, so we pose a counter question to him. Yes, to get him stuck where he is. Got it? Or not? Yes. That is the case. Should be like this. So they were asking for Chinese purpose because they were not believing it. So Allah says, يَسْأَلُكَ النَّاسُ عَنِ السَّاعَةِ. People ask you, O Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, regarding the hour when the day of judgment will happen or when the end of this world will happen. Because that is the procedure. When this world end, when this world end. So it means that it is the start of the hereafter. يَسْأَلُكَ النَّاسُ عَنِ السَّاعَةِ. People ask you about the hour. قُلْ say, O Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, إِنَّمَا عِلْمُهَا عِنْدَ اللَّهِ. The knowledge thereof is with Allah only. That is known to Allah. That is known to Allah. So they may ask you only a question which is regarding your duty and your responsibility. Got it? Now, asking you about the happening time, that is not your job, that's not your field. That is just like asking a question of medicine from an engineer, or asking a question of engineering from a doctor. Yes? And you cannot call the doctor that he is ignorant. That is not his field. Just ask him in his own field. Got it? As they asked the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Even though that question was from a Muslim, not from a non-Muslim. But they said that, what's the matter? That the crescent appears very thin. Then it is getting enlarged until it becomes full moon. Then it decreases. Yes. Then it decreases. Waxing and waning. What they call it? Waxing and waning. Waxing and waning. Yes. So it is waxing and then it is waning. This is not English. This is astronomy. This term what? Astronomy. In astronomy. In English we will say increase and decrease. Yes. Got it? If you are talking to only to people who know only English language, you will tell them why it increases and decreases. But if you are talking to the students of astronomy, so then you will tell them that why it is waxing and waning. Got it? So they asked the Prophet ﷺ that why it is waxing, then it is waning, then it disappears. So now this question was embodying, as they are asking a question of astronomy. Prophet ﷺ, astronomy was not his field, not his subject, nor he was bound to. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Got it? Good. Now, for example, yes, I came and you are my friends and you asked me that, what about vaccine? You found it or not? Or you made it or not? So I will say that, okay, vaccine, about that we will talk, but we should arrange for you a 911 ambulance to take you to some sanatorium. You have some psycho problem. Yes or not? Because that's not my field. Is it my professor? That's not my field. So when they asked the question, so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that this is just like coming to the house, breaking the wall from back, not entering from the front. This is a Nabi of Sharia. This is not a Nabi of medicine and engineering, and because medicine, engineering, astronomy, other sciences, they depend upon aql which all of you have. Yes? And this prophet is to teach you something which is beyond your aql. Got it? Aql you will be doing on your own. People before you, the non-Muslims, they were doing the same. Yes or not? Say? Yes. Yes. So Newton, what he did? Or Einstein. So he learned Bukhari or Muslim or what? Yes. That was means sciences based upon human aql, human intellect, humans' observations, humans' research, humans' development and things like that. Got it? Got it. Or not? يَسْأَلُكَ النَّاسُ عَنِ السَّاعَةِ. People ask you concerning the hour. قُلْ say, O Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, إِنَّمَا عِلْمُهَا عِنْدَ اللَّهِ. Verily, the knowledge thereof is with Allah only. وَمَا يُدْرِيكَ. وَمَا يُدْرِيكَ, and what will make you to know لَعَلَّ السَّاعَةَ تَكُونُ قَرِيبًا. And what do you know, or what will make you to know لَعَلَّ السَّاعَةَ تَكُونُ قَرِيبًا. It may be that the hour is very near. The hour is, because the Arabian people, they have a saying, كُلَّمَا هُوَ آدٍ فَهُوَ قَرِيبٌ. Anything which is coming for sure, so that is very near, even though that is too far. Yes. كُلُّ مَا هُوَ آتٍ فَهُوَ قَرِيبٌ. Anything which is coming for sure, and that's why we say that death is very near, because it is coming for sure. Or have you ever seen in this world that somebody is living since the time of Adam and still he is alive?
No.
Is there any?
No.
Or since the time of your grandfather and still he is alive?
No.
Got it? So that's why when we are talking about death, so what we say? That death is very close by, because that is coming for sure. Yes?
Yes.
وَمَا يُدْرِيكَ, and what will make you to know لَعَلَّ السَّاعَةَ تَكُونُ قَرِيبًا. It may be that the hour is very near. إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَعَنَ الْكَافِرِينَ. Verily Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has cursed the disbelievers. وَأَعَدَّ لَهُمْ سَعِيرًا, and He is prepared for them a flaming fire. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He titled that fire as flaming, because its flames are not getting extinguished. Never, ever. 24/7 it is flaming. إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَعَنَ الْكَافِرِينَ. Verily Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has cursed the disbelievers. وَأَعَدَّ لَهُمْ سَعِيرًا, and He has prepared for them a flaming fire. خَالِدِينَ فِيهَا أَبَدًا, wherein they will abide forever. Wherein they will abide forever. So as we mentioned before, that there are two types of philosophers. Basically, every philosopher, he is resolving things and issues based upon his thinking and intellectual approach. That the falsafa is. They are trying to find an answer for why it is so. They are trying to find answer
For why?
for why. That's why it is so. So this is a common thing. But then there are philosophers who are thinking openly, boundless. And there are Muslim philosophers. So they encircle themselves with the circle of Quran and Sunnah, in thinking they are not going out of that. This is the case. Got it?
Got it.
They are not thinking boundless. Got it?
Got it.
Because when you are a Muslim, you cannot say that my thinking will be right, its result will be okay, and what Quran said, that is wrong. My thinking and its result will be right, what the Prophet ﷺ said, that is wrong. No, these two are for sure right. Your thinking will be wrong. So to avoid any wrong, don't enlarge your thinking beyond the boundaries of Quran and Sunnah. But this is the thing. Yes, Professor?
Yes.
This is reasonable or unreasonable?
Yes, very reasonable.
Yes. So now, the mere philosophers, they say regarding recompense, good or bad, they said that justice is a person has to be rewarded for the same life period as he practiced righteous good deeds. If somebody did righteous good deeds for 60 years, he should have a recompense only for 60 years. If somebody has done wrong deeds and wrong faith, 60 years, so he has to be punished for 60 years as well. So they believe in recompense, good and bad, but they say that in the end, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will tell them, be dust, and they will become dust with dust. Got it? So we say, then what after that? They say nothing. And that's their thinking. Yes. Got it? They thought limitless. They thought limitless, but the result became limited. Got it? Yes. If somebody will jump limited, so he will remain. If he will jump unlimited in Grand Canyon, so then that is just like that. So now, actually violating the rules of Allah or following the rules of Allah, that creates your connection to Allah. Your connection to either on positive side or on negative side. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Qadeem or eternal. Qadeem, limitless. No start, no end. No start, no end. So whosoever will get connected to him positively or negatively, he will become unlimited automatically. Now you got it? Got it, got it? This is philosophy. Professor, now you got it? This is the philosophy. Yes. That through his connection with Allah, either positive or negative, that became unlimited. So that's why recompense will be forever. Recompense will be forever. And that's why Quran in tens of ayat say Khalidina fiha, Khalidina fiha, Khalidina fiha. Abiding there forever, abiding there forever, abiding there forever. Got it? Khalidina fiha abada, wherein they will abide forever. La yajiduna waliyan, and they will not find a protector, wala nasiran, nor a helper. So protector is one, like vaccine, who will protect you from having the virus. Got it? And helper is one, like medicine, who will treat you after that the virus has touched you. Got it? So Allah says this is such a virus, it does not have any vaccine or any treatment. Only to make you to understand that what is the difference between wali and nasir, or protector and helper. Protector help you not to be touched with. And helper, he helps you, yes, to get you released after that has touched you. So it means that there is nobody to prevent your entering there. And there is nobody to bring you out after your entrance. The first one is called wali, the second one is called nasir. Got it? Khalidina fiha abadan, wherein they will abide forever. La yajiduna waliyan, they will find neither a protector, wala nasiran, nor a helper. Yawma tuqallabu wujuhum fil nari, on the day when their faces will be turned over in the fire. Turned over in the fire. Yes? Like as you are doing barbecue. Yes? So this way and then this way. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive us. To get punished from all around. يَوْمَ تُقَلَّبُ وُجُوهُهُمْ فِي النَّارِ, on the day when their faces will be turned over in the fire. يَقُولُونَ, and they will say, يَا لَيْتَنَا, oh! يَقُولُونَ, and they will cry, يَا لَيْتَنَا, oh! أَطَعْنَا اللَّهَ وَأَطَعْنَا الرَّسُولَ, oh, would that we had obeyed Allah and obeyed His messengers. But bro, now you are too late. This is not the time. You missed it. This is not the time. You missed it. Got it? This is not the time. You missed it. Because you never filed 2018 and 2019 tax return, so you cannot take the stimulus check like of the blues. يَوْمَ تُقَلَّبُ وُجُوهُهُمْ. You will get it. No, personal, you got it or not?
I got it.
Oh, that's good. So you got 39 or how much?
Almost 4.
Huh?
4,000.
Yeah, 4,000 or 3,900.
No,
Huh?
I didn't get it.
3,900.
I mean 39, yes.
Yes, that is. Look, I calculate because I will send you a bill. You don't know how strong my intelligence is. Yes. يَوْمَ تُقَلَّبُ وُجُوهُهُمْ فِي النَّارِ, on the day when their faces will be turned over in the fire. يَقُولُونَ, they will say, يَا لَيْتَنَا, oh, would be that. Oh, would be that. أَطَعْنَا اللَّهَ وَأَطَعْنَا الرَّسُولَ, would be that we had obeyed Allah and obeyed the messenger of Allah. That's number one. Number two. وَقَالُوا, and they will say, رَبَّنَا, our Lord, إِنَّا أَطَعْنَا سَادَتَنَا, indeed we have obeyed our chiefs. Yes, we have obeyed because people are misled by leaders. People are getting misled. Common layman, he does not know anything. Yes, these are the leaders who are playing games with them. Yes, and this is human history. Always the leaders are playing games with general public. Maybe in deen, or maybe in politics, or maybe in economics, or maybe in social services, or whatever. Yes, Professor, is it right or wrong? Yes. It is. وَقَالُوا, and they will say, رَبَّنَا, our Lord, إِنَّا أَطَعْنَا سَادَتَنَا, verily we have obeyed Sadatana, our chiefs, وَكُبَرَاءَنَا, and our elites are great ones. Our elites are great ones. And people, and that's why Prophet ﷺ used to approach the leaders, the chiefs of the tribes, that if I will convince him and he will accept Islam, his people will follow him. Got it? Back home for voting, people are not approaching every single individual. They are going to the chief or to head of family. Yes or not? Yes. Got it? Because this is human nature. In good, they follow their chief. In bad, they follow their chief. وَقَالُوا, and they will say, رَبَّنَا, our Lord, إِنَّا أَطَعْنَا سَادَتَنَا وَكُبَرَاءَنَا. إِنَّا أَطَعْنَا سَادَتَنَا وَكُبَرَاءَنَا, that verily we have followed our chiefs, وَكُبَرَاءَنَا, and our great people, فَأَضَلُّونَا السَّبِيلَ, and they misled us from the right path. They misled us from the right path. رَبَّنَا, our Lord, آتِهِمْ ضِعْفَيْنِ مِنَ الْعَذَابِ, give them double torment, وَلْعَنْهُمْ لَعْنًا كَبِيرًا, and curse them with a mighty curse. Give them a double punishment and curse them with a mighty curse. Got it or not? So now, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, if you want to get rid of all these hardships and difficulties in the hereafter, so never try to harm the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. First he said, Friday night we mentioned, that was sallimu taslima, protect the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam to the best of your struggle in. efforts. God, Alhamdulillah, that ayah, that worked spiritually. That Muslim, they lose their tempers if somebody says anything against our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Maybe he is not a practical. Mostly, me and Mr. Ahmad, we are little bit practical. We are not losing our temper that much for such like things. But those who are not practical, they lose their temper and they go after that guy. Because they say that others, they have prayed and fasted and they have done Hajj and Umrah and charity and whatever, they will go to Jannah, but we don't have. But this is a free ticket. Yeah, scribble check. Let's have it. This is what?
Free ticket.
No scribble check. Yes. Yes. So as the munafiqeen, they used to harm the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The kuffar, they used to harm him physically, yes, or to harm him face to face. To harm him face to face. But the munafiqeen, they were harming the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam with their bad words. And as you know, that the sword, it injures your body. But the bad words, it injure your ruh and your soul. Got it? Body could be remedied very easily, but ruh, it does not. Got it? Got it? Or not? And that's why the Hukama says that words of yours, as long as you have not spoken it, they became property of others the moment you spoke it out. So think of your every single word, what you are going to say and what you spell out. Got it? Later on you will be feeling sorry for that 100 times, but it doesn't work. Because you caused the injury. You caused the damage, collateral damage. Yes. The words, it causes collateral damage. Yes. Yes, Professor? So that's why in words, we should be very selective. Yes. What should be said and what should not be. Got it? And that's why, alhamdulillah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us. When I speak anywhere or I write articles, so before my speech or my dars or before my writing, I ask Allah that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make my mind clear, not to harm anybody because I didn't mean it. Not to harm anybody because I didn't mean it. And alhamdulillah, you people were there. This whole munafaqat was going on there. But whenever I was going to the podium, have you people ever felt that implicitly I said regarding that issue any word?
No.
Professor, in all that procedure, have I ever said? When I was living, the last Friday I said, enough is enough. Yes, I said it. That enough is enough. Why? Because this is a very responsible place. People don't think so. But me personally, I think this is very responsible. Yes. First, you will be questioned by Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You were representing me. What you were saying there. Will we be able to answer him? And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will ask, you were representing me. What you were doing here? What you said there? Your personal enmity? Got it? So anyhow, this is the case. Javed, what do you think? You think good or bad?
Good.
Ya Allah Ya ayyuhallazina amanu, all you who believe, La takunu kalladhina azaw Musa, be not like those who annoyed Musa alayhi salatu wasalam, who tortured him mentally. Who tortured him mentally. Because as you know that a reformer and every messenger was a great ever reformer. And the reformer, he is telling people what is right and what is wrong. He condemns what wrong they are doing. And he tries to convince them to do good. But as you know, that in wrongdoings, either the interests or the interest is involved, or the desires are involved. Either the interest is involved or the desires are involved. So when you will condemn that, those who have it and those who follow it, they will like you? Say, they will not like. So they will use every strategy how to counter you, or how to stop you, or how to depose you. Got it? So sometime they will give you offers, to befriend you, or you to befriend them, which you are not doing. Yes, Abdul Qudus?
Yes.
Abdul Qudus was doing, he is so sinful, he is so sad. And sometime they will be threatening you. Yes or not?
Yes.
And when both will not work, so then their ultimate plot will be how to depose you. Yes, that this is not doable. This is not doable. Neither targhib nor tarheeb. Targhib means bribe. Tarheeb means threat. Targhib does not change him, nor threat change him. So now what is the third thing? To depose. Yes. How you will depose him? Propagate against him. Yes. As the British said, if you want, if you to throw down someone, so they say, call him a dog and this kill him, and then kill him. Call him a dog. Yani prove him that he is a dog. Propagate it that much that the people will come to know that actually he is a dog. Got it? They will get mesmerized with that propaganda. And then you will kill them. No, any reaction will come. Yes, nothing will have a voice for that guy. This is a Pharaonic strategy from very long ago. Is it so, Professor?
Yes.
Is it so or not?
Yes.
Last night I was very upset because I was saying that why one after the other these Afro-Americans are getting killed, and by the law enforcement agencies.
Yes.
Yes, that one musibat was still there, they killed another one in Atlanta. I don't know the whole story, but that's what I read last night. I said, why it is so? What was the second case?
He was stopped.
Huh?
He was stopped.
It's
He was
even
sleeping in
bad.
the car.
He was sleeping in the car?
Yeah.
It's even worse than
And
the
he
first
failed
one.
the drug trial.
Huh?
He failed the alcohol test. And he resisted arrest.
So resisting arrest, the police is there to weak that they cannot arrest him.
He took their taser.
Huh?
He took their gun,
Who's done?
the police officer. Taser gun.
Oh,
He got into a scuffle with him, and somehow he got the taser gun and he started running away.
oh,
And the police shot him 3 times in the back.
oh. Because I didn't know the details.
But he turned around though.
Huh?
He turned around, then turned back around. Pointed the gun at them.
There's a video about it.
Huh?
Somebody have a video about it. You
Oh.
can see. It looks so easy that when he ran away from them.
Huh?
It was very easy that he escaped from those 2 cops.
Huh?
Maybe it was a scheme.
But I think we are living in a world now where the human blood does not have any price. Is it so?
Yeah.
Professor? Human blood is very cheap now. Not very cheap, it does not have price at all.
Treated as an object.
Yes. And such like actions cannot create harmony, to create hatred. Yes, hatred it proceeds toward enmity towards the bloodshed. Yeah, that is very wrong. We are looking for peace. The whole world is looking for peace. Masood, you are looking for peace or for war?
Peace.
Okay, that's good. Because I saw your dog. You have a dog or you have a picture?
Oh, it's a picture.
Okay.
That's my
Yes.
cousin's dog.
Huh?
That's my cousin's dog.
Okay, so you console yourself then. Allah Akbar. Ya ayyuhallazina amanu, O you who believe, la takunu kalladina, be not like those as of Musa who tortured Musa alayhi salatu wassalam mentally. And Prophet Musa alayhi salatu wassalam, when he was stopping them from their wrongdoing, don't do this, this is haram. Don't do this. The Israel, because this was after the drowning of Pharaoh. After the drowning of Pharaoh. So Israel, who accepted him as a messenger, but still they were torturing him in one way or the other. Now, how to stop him not to tell us this? Yeah. So the good way is, or the good shaitani way. Yes. Because there is shaitani way also there is some good, good in shaitanat. Yes. I said to Hamad that, Hamad, said he. I said, Hamad, I did something. So I said, Hamad, you are a shaitan. Yeah. So he said, but I am a good shaitan. What a combination. Huh? So yeah, this is. Yes. Got it. And I don't know how he got the idea when he does something wrong. And I asked him that, Hamad, who did it? He said, Shaitan did it. So, they prepared a lady who had delivered a baby, illegitimate baby. That when Musa will deliver his lecture, so you should come to the public. And you should blame him for this newborn baby. Got it? Now Musa was addressing them. As he was teaching them the character, the noble character, the humanity, the norms and the values. Got it? Now to put him down, they prepared that lady. And that lady came that, Musa, what can I do with this illegitimate son of yours? Got it? So those who plotted, look, the munafiqeen, they are doing always this. Yes. But Musa alayhi salatu wasalam, he was a very strong man. He didn't get blush. Yeah. He said, who sent you and how much he has given you? Yeah. And so and so, there will be that much money. And got it. Now, people could have twisted the words in one way or the other. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sanctified him that he caused the newborn baby to speak out. And he said that Musa is not my father. My father is Mr. So and so. Yes, who had a relation with my mother, illegitimate relation. Got it? Ya ayyuhallazina amanu, O you who believed, la takunu kalladina aadaw Musa, be not like those who tortured Musa alayhi salatu wassalam mentally. فَبَرَّهُ اللَّهُ مِمَّا قَالُوا, but Allah cleared him of that which they alleged against him. But Allah cleared him, He purified him from that false allegation against him. وَكَانَ عِنْدَ اللَّهِ وَجِيهًا, And he was an honorable person in the eyes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So if somebody will get in close touch with Allah, that is Allah who is saving him everywhere. Yes? He is in no need of any other to save him or to support him. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us tawfiq to have a close relation with Allah. A strong relation with Allah. Yes, Professor? Ya ayyuhallazina amanu, O you who believe, La takunu kalladhina adaw Musa, be not like those who annoyed Musa alayhi salatu wasalam, or who tortured Musa alayhi salatu wasalam mentally. فَبَرَّأَهُ اللَّهُ مِمَّا قَالُوا, but Allah cleared him from what they have said against him. وَكَانَ عِنْدَ اللَّهِ وَجِيهًا, and he was an honorable man in the eyes of Allah. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling the munafiqeen that, look, you cannot cause any harm to my messenger. I will protect him. I will clear him. But you have to stop. Otherwise, you will face the consequences. Otherwise, you will face the consequences. Ya ayyuhallazina amanu, O you who believe, ittaqullaha. So mostly we translate the word ittaqullah, that be afraid of Allah. So that is technical meaning. Yes? Ittaqullah means save yourself from Allah. Protect yourself from Allah. Means from His punishment. Protect yourself from Allah. So what it means? Not to violate His rule and to fulfill your obligations. This is taqwa. Fulfill your obligation and not to violate His rules. So that's why for taqwa we say that is fulfillment of obligations. And obligations are of two types. To do and not to do. Two types of obligation. What?
To do
And not to do. Got it. And that what, in easy word we say that what is mean? Do, don't do. Yes. Huh? Got it? That is. Ya ayyuhallazina amanu, O you who believed, ittaqullaha, be dutiful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is taqwa. Be dutiful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And taqwa consists of two contents or two constituents. Number one, adl, A-D-L. And number two, ihsan, I-H-S-A-N. Adl means social justice. Adl means what? Social justice. And ihsan means kindness. But here, as contents of taqwa, adl means social justice. And what is social justice? Not to harm any creature as far as his rights are concerned. In other words, not to deprive anyone of his due rights. Every single atom in this world, it has its own rights. Yes or not?
Yes.
The snake, it has the right or not? The scorpion, it has the right or not? The bees, it has the right or not? So not to harm anyone in his due rights. That is adl. And as we the human are social, so that's why regarding human we use the word social justice. And social justice means not to harm any other human as far as his rights are concerned. Yes? Got it?
Got it.
Not to deprive anyone of his due rights. Because the source of right is the entity of Allah. Right to live. Who has given you that right?
Allah.
Yes, right to movement. Who has given you? Right to speak. Right to work. Yeah, right to travel. Just name it. All these are rights given by. So that's why in Sharia we say, إِنَّمَا بَعْدْ حُقُوقِهُ اللَّهُ عَزَّ وَجَلَّ. The sources of all rights is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We don't say that this government has given you, us these rights and those governments are given us that right. Yeah, if they have done it, it means that they have addressed what the order of Allah is. They have addressed what the order of Allah is. So rights are given by whom? By Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But again, misuse of right, that's a crime. You have a right, nobody can deprive you of. But if you are misusing that right, that's a crime. Because by misusing, you are depriving somebody else of his due right. Got it? You are playing your right, but you are depriving somebody else of his due rights. And that's what I told you for the stick guy, that your freedom ends where from my nose begins. Yes. That he was playing with the stick in his fingers and spinning it like this. So he hit the nose of somebody else with the stick. So he lost his temper. He said, "What's this nonsense?" He said, "I'm a free man. This is my freedom." So he said, "Gentlemen, keep in mind, your freedom ends where from my nose begins." This is such a golden rule. Yes. You can apply it everywhere. That your freedom ends where from my nose begins. God, yes, you are free. But the moment it approaches my nose, your freedom stops. Because you are hitting my freedom. Yes. Got it?
Yes.
So there is no any limitless right. Right has its own limits. Yes, Professor?
Yes.
Or it does not have?
It does have that.
It had it. Ya ayyuhallazina amanu taqullah, O you who believe, fulfill your obligation to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So number one is social justice, that is regarding humans. That's regarding humans. And number two is ihsan, that is proper worship of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So worship is the due right of Allah, and the human, they have their own right. So you have to fulfill the due rights of Allah and the due rights of the makhluk of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is taqwa. Got it? Now if someone, he will take only one content, so it does not mean taqwa. If somebody is committed to his 5-time prayer and to his fastings and to Hajj and Umrah and Zakat and this and that, yes, it's not taqwa. Yes. Let me look at him in his social life. How he is in his social life, with his fellow, with his colleague, with his companion, with his neighbor, with his renter, with his landlord. Just name it like this. This is life, with his seller, with his purchaser. Got it? Or not? It is. So our case is that we are too much committed to our prayer and fasting, but regarding others, we don't care. We cheated him, we defrauded, yes, we took bribe from him, we exploited him, or whatever. Naveed, you got it? Ya ayyuhallazi, but I am very much sure that Naveed has never harmed any fellow human. He doesn't know how to harm. This is good. Yes. Whatever the reason is, but he is not doing that. And Rasulullah said, "Inna min at-taqwa Allah tajid." This is also a type of taqwa that you cannot do it. So alhamdulillah that we cannot do it.
Because he's always in the air
Yes, that's right.
with the people.
But now the aeroplane is not in the air even. Ya ayyuhallazina amanu, or you who believed, ittaqullah, fear Allah. Fulfill your obligations to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَقُولُوا قَوْلًا سَدِيدًا. وَقُولُوا قَوْلًا سَدِيدًا. And speak out the truth according to circumstances. The truth according to circumstances. Sometimes you will speak truth that is not according to circumstances. You will create a bigger fitna. So there you have to keep quiet. For example, Idris became very angry because somebody told him that, do you know what Tariq Jan said about you? You can ask Naseem, he will tell you. And Idris lost his temper. And he came here. His eyes were red. Tariq was there. And he asked Naseem, that day when you were there, yes, so Tariq Jan said about me like this. Now Naseem, he was aware of that, yes, he said it. But if he will say it, so he will create a fitna. That will be truth, but that will cause what? A big fitna. They will separate one family from another family. Yes, and not you, but we in Peshawar area, we are eating the buffalo meat. So our brain is very thick. Yes, you people are eating the stuff. Yes. So you have very thin brain. That's why it's working little. Yes, but anyway. Our is very thick, so it loses temper very soon. Got it? So that will be a bloodshed. So now what Naseem should do at that time? Yes, he has to find a way out, not to cause back trouble. Yes, so he should say to Idris, do you know Idris? Yes, Tariq Jan is a nice man. He is a committed Muslim. He is a practical Muslim. You know his family. How nice? Yes, he is actually prolonging the subject to cool him down and then to tell him that, do you know Abdul Qudus? Yes, he told me that I have made katakat with special ingredients just for dinner. Got it. So that is Qawl Sadid. That is what? Qawl Sadid. And that's why Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says that lie is not allowed in Sharia, but only for Islahu Zatil Bain, to make a patch between two parties. So it doesn't mean that you are telling lies. Yeah, you are saying such a word which is not that much true, but that's not a lie. For example, you know that Arjan is not a good guy, but to have, you are. I'm giving example. Don't take it serious. Okay. Got it? So you told Idris that, you know Arjan? Yes. Whenever he is speaking about anybody, I heard him that he's speaking good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he is not coming to that point. Yes. Got it? So because he doesn't want to create a fitna. So that's called Qawl Sadid. Qawl Sadid. Sadid is a thing which cover the blanks or fill up the blanks. Yes, which cover the hole. Which cover? So there is a hole of fitna. How you will put some cotton there? Yes. Yes, to close the hole. So nobody may fall in there in that hole. That's a black hole. Ya ayyuhallazina amanu, or you who believed, ittaqullah wa qulu qawlan sadida, fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and speak qawlan sadida, a true word according to circumstances. A true word according to circumstances. So what you will get? يصلح لكم أعمالكم. يصلح لكم أعمالكم. He will direct you to do righteous good deeds. So people who are patching up, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is empowering them to do righteous good Yes, because he is thinking of good for his creature. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is taking him towards good. Got it? And such like people who are like this, they are not bad in their deeds. Because if he is bad in his deed, so he would have done at that time that, okay, the oil is there, let me lit a fire. Yes, when he felt it that the oil is here, I should clean the oil so nobody else may let a fire there. So it means that everywhere he is thinking of good. So therefore Allah said that I will direct you towards good deed. يُصْلِحْ لَكُمْ أَعْمَالَكُمْ. He will direct you to do righteous good deeds. وَيَغْفِرْ لَكُمْ ذُنُوبَكُمْ. In the past, if you have done some sins, yes, if you have done some sins, or even in future you will commit a sin, so you have a good record with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He will white out your bad deed. He will white out your bad deed. يُصْلِحْ لَكُمْ أَعْمَالَكُمْ وَيَغْفِرْ لَكُمْ ذُنُوبَكُمْ. And He will forgive your sins. وَمَنْ يُطِعِ اللَّهَ وَرَسُولَهُ. And whoever will obey Allah وَرَسُولَهُ in His messenger, فَقَدْ فَازَ فَوْزًا عَظِيمًا. فَقَدْ فَازَ فَوْزًا عَظِيمًا. So indeed he has achieved a very great achievement. Who will obey Allah and His messenger, he achieved a very great achievement. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulih Muhammad wa alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. اللهم ربنا ارحمنا يا رب، يا رب ارحمنا، يا رب ارحم العالم كله. اللهم ربنا احفظنا يا فياس من جميع البلاء والوباء والفتن والمحن والقحط والطاعون والامراض. وصلى الله تعالى. Professor